To make the crackers, you need 2 sheets of fabric, both the same length. So they're both cut at 8 inches long, 8 inches along there. And this one is 1 inch shorter, because what happens is when we wrap these round as a tube, this one will sit over this side. I've cut the lining out as well to be the inside of the cracker, and I need to reinforce the roundness. So I've got some upholstery tape, so it's just a thick, it's a heavyweight sew-in interfacing, which you'll need. Just chop it so that it's the same length as, so it's the same length. I've doubled mine up so it gives it a lot more firmness, and I'm going to sew it to the lining. So I'm going to just put the good sides together like this, and I'm going to flip this over and sew this to the lining like that. Pin that down. And I'm going to sew the 3 sides like that. Just remove the pins. We're going to snip and clip the corners and just turn this through. Now, if I'm that flat, what I need to do, if I fold this over 1/4 inch, like that, oops, and finger press that down, I can then sew that down. And then I just need to add Velcro to that side and hand sew this to make it into a nice tube shape. So now we've got the 2 ends. So we've got one cracker end, the other cracker end. One is narrower. Can you see how it's shorter? Because when I roll them up, that's going to be able to slot under that one. And I've got 1/2 inch here of hook and loop tape, and I'm going to put the softer side here. It's always better to put the softer side on the side that's going to be on the outside, so that people can't, less likely to scratch themselves. So put right up close to the edge. I'm going to change the foot to a zip foot, and I'll find it easier to sew Velcro on with a zip foot in place. There we go. And then for the other side, the hooks. And if you don't want to use the zip foot to get a straight line all the way around, why not put a colourful thread in there and just go for a wide zigzag. And if you choose a nice colour to match your fabric, you end up with a nice finish, or go for a pretty design. There we go. And that's your crack. And that's your snap. So all we need to do now is just roll this over, and I need to stitch this side down and that side down. Just grab needle and thread and sew that down by hand. So there we go, so that's done. So both sides are sewn, and I will show you what happens. So that's going to slot in there like this. Hopefully, there we go. And then we just pull the cracker. There we go. So I'm going to tie some ribbon to these two ends. Now I found one of those sticky rolls that I have to help hold this in position. And then if I place that in there, what I can do is just feel for about a hand-sized worth. There we go. And just tie a couple of knots around there.